Yep. Still have a lot to do. Like I said, I need to stay focused. Like I said, yesterday afternoon, my son has a test. He had testing at school today, so I've been trying to help him with some of his math problems. One of the equations was, let me see if I can remember it. The equation was like 2.5 to the second power. And I was trying to tell him he has to multiply that 2.5 times 2. Well, not 2. Multiply that 2.5 times 2.5 twice. And then he has to go to, it was like 6.5 minus 1/2. And he had to turn the fraction into a decimal, which I told him that would be what? 0.5. And trying to teach him how to do the certain math problems in algebra to help him out with, because like I say, what 2.5 to the fifth power will be 2.5 times 2.5 times 2.5 times 2.5 times 2.5 5 times, and to get your answer. So I've been teaching little small stuff like that at home. I feel like it's important that I feel like parents need to be involved with their children and their math problems and anything when it comes down to schooling. So I went up there to make sure I was teaching them the right way that I remembered in school to help them out at home. And like I said, just trying to be present, not being selfish. Yet sometimes you have to give up a lot of your time and your resources to be present in your child's life. Very active, a very active father. I noticed in one video, sometimes people will try to count your flaws, but won't remember the amount of time that you spend really winning. In one of my videos, I was reading something, one of those books, and I think I read the word wrong. Hereditary, and I said inherited. So some people will try to mistake that, but pretty much those two words have the same meaning. But like I say, don't count my flaws if you're not going to count my winnings. I was in the community and somebody said something to me about it, and I was like, man, one word out of one video, don't count my one flaw if you're not going to count the times I'm winning. Same thing when it comes down to dating. I don't do a whole lot of dating because a lot of these females, the only thing they can offer you is sin. And if all you can offer me is sin and not, help me win, nah, baby, I'm sorry. Those days are over with. I want my son to grow up and know the difference between a good woman, a wife, and the difference between a hoe. I want my son to know the difference. So that's why I'm present, to make sure he don't come home with no Jazzy Bells, no Jazzy Bell spirits. Like I said, I encourage y'all, man. Get into your word, feed your spirit, man, but feed your natural. And I also had to explain something to other people. Our race, our elders, they were so taught to just work. But work is really, the definition of work is one's desire, one's strength or ability to achieve one achievement or desire. That's the real definition of the word work. Jesus didn't have a job. Jobs, people are folding left and right. So that's why it's all important too. When you get into that word, read that Bible. Go to Proverbs chapter 13, verse 22. A wise man leaves enough inheritance for his children's children. And one Bible says for his children don't have to work. They took that out of certain Bibles because they knew if they kept that in there, then they wouldn't have no control over you. They were able to still have some type of power over you. Slave mentality. Learn how to break down the word curses and go get your hands on some of these older Bibles that came over from our ancestors, our root from where the Bible originated from. Some words were added in and taken out to help program society. Y'all get into your word, feed your spirit, feed your natural. Y'all be blessed, be encouraged.